Is owning a truck a headache? It's a good topic. I've heard this a couple of times. Some people say, "Hey, Andrew, man, reason why I want to own a truck is because it's a headache, man. You know, when it break down, you got to fix it. You know, when you go home, you can't just park it and go to the house. You got to pop the hood and change out turbos and tires and brakes, and you got to rebuild the engine and belts and hoses and all this stuff, man. And then when you go home and if the truck sit more than 3 days and you come back, then it won't start no more. Now you gotta get some type of regular truck to tow you the Freightliner so they can get the truck started. And all that stuff sound wonderful and great, and I'm pretty sure there are truck drivers out there with those extreme circumstances. It's just not me. I ain't never had to deal with none of that stuff, man. By the way, I'm downtown Nashville. I'm usually downtown Monday through Friday, 9 in the morning or 3 p.m. Or, if you just so happen to be walking downtown, noon. You can catch me noon sometime around Church Street. Monday through Friday, though. May or may not have a job outside of trucking, just all depends, not, but, or maybe I do. Growing my hair out, man, it's steady getting long and long. I got a little afro going, man. Time for me to get this stuff retwisted. Trying to grow this hair for 2026, man, because planning on shooting some new videos, some new series on this channel. Trying to come with a different look for 2026 later on in the year. Trying to do a whole lot of traveling and stuff like that. Meet up with some of these traveling YouTubers. Shoot a lot of content and stuff like that in different countries. So we'll see how that works out. But is owning a truck a headache? I ain't never had a headache a day in my life owning no truck, man. I'm talking about not one headache owning no truck. I think a lot of people get confused, and it can be confusing watching YouTube, especially cash truck drivers, people that actually own a truck. You may hear, for example, man, I'm broke down, my repair bill, $7,500. $9,000. They always talk about how big the repair bill is, and that may shock a lot of people, man, because it shocks the people that don't have the money in their bank account. So I can understand if you're watching and you hear, man, repair bill $7,500, and you ain't got that in your account. In your head, you're gonna be thinking, damn, man, I can't imagine losing that type of money. But I noticed that even though they're telling people how big the repair bill is, they themselves are some kind of way. Not only are they paying the repair bill with cash, they still in business. I'm gonna tell you why. The reason why it's like that is because they may have the $7,500 repair bill, but they didn't tell you for the month they made $40,000. For the month they made $30,000, or maybe even $20,000, because you guys never asked, what's the income? How much is the truck making? What's the profit? You never asked that. You never asked. In order to pay for the repairs, the truck got to be hauling some type of freight. And if it's hauling freight, it's making money. It's generating income. So next time you hear about how big the repair bill is, oh my God, it's going to cost $20,000. Because I got to rebuild the engine. Okay, well, did they make, I don't know, $500,000 in the process? I mean, was they running the truck 5 years straight before it blew up? Huh? Did they get a house, a car, and a whole bunch of other stuff before they got to this engine rebuilt? I don't know, but is it a headache? I ain't never had no headache from it, man. A semi truck, especially a cast semi truck. No, no headache, man. Does it provide the absolute most home time ever when you own a semi truck? I think so, but I barely drive a truck. I got 3 semi trucks. So, am I forced to go out there and work? Because, that's another myth I hear too. When you got your own truck, man, you can't get out the truck because the truck owns you. The truck owns you. You have to constantly feed the truck money because it owns you. I don't know anything about that, but what I can say is if you lease a truck, the lease truck most definitely gonna own you because you got weekly payments, and I mean, you gonna, if you fucking take off, you're gonna be in a hole, and when you're in a hole, you got to work for free. So I can understand a lease truck owning, the truck driver, but a cash truck, oh, you park a cash truck, I don't know, there ain't no hole for us. You ain't going no hole on no cash truck. So a little bit different situation. Not trying to get anybody to own no truck or anything like that, man. That car holler look pretty good, huh? Dang. Just a little snippet, man. Not trying to promote nobody to go out there and get no cash truck, get a lease truck, be a company driver. But what I will encourage you to do is, while you're going up and down this road, download ChatGPT and talk to it every day, man. Try to increase your knowledge on the trucking industry or on investments or whatever it is you're trying to do. Increase your knowledge, man. Andrew will be back working full time in 2026. We got a lot. We got a lot to do in 2026. We got a lot of traveling. A lot of traveling. I got a new company I'm making in 2026. I'm trying to get into real estate in 2026. So we'll see how they work out in 2026. I need to lose some weight, man. Damn, that's got to be the hardest thing ever. Losing weight. I just can't get right on the weight, y'all. I can't get right on the weight. We'll see. But 2026, I'm looking forward to it, man. Like I said, a lot of traveling content, man. We're trying to hit up Colombia, Dominican Republic, and maybe I don't know about Thailand so far, but we'll see. Mainly Bangkok. We'll see. We got to go, man. You got to come hang around Andrew, man. Because Andrew gonna have all the content available. All the content. I record, I do YouTube, so we're gonna have all the content. Andrew, what you going out to them 3 countries for? Everything that you think we're going for, that's what we're going for. Who's gonna stop me? Nobody. God damn it. Nobody gonna stop me. Who's you talking about? You ain't gonna do nothing but watch. No, I'm just teasing y'all. But anyways, man, let me get on up over here, man. I gotta get back here and go back to work. Go hang out with Mr. Charlie, man. Like I said, I may or may not have a job outside of trucking, but like I said, I'm downtown Nashville, 9 a.m., noon, 3 p.m. Oh, now I'm finna get to the house. I'm off.